Next speaker, please. Call a couple more. Jeff S., Eric M., Dr. Lisa Frommer, Wolfgang Wenger, Barbara, Amy S., Tracy Delphine, Tony Kelly, Brad Harbin, Don Bleacher, and Greg Zip.
Okay. Hi, my name's Lee Anderson, and I've lived in the Noe Valley neighborhood for about 30 years. First of all, let me thank the Planning Commission for having this hearing and taking input from the community. I think it's important. Let me tell you a little bit about my hosting experience and why it's important to me. Having people stay at my home allows me to continue to live here in San Francisco. With the price of real estate here, there's no way I could do this on my own. Home sharing makes this possible for me to be able to stay in my home. It also allows me to show people from around the world what San Francisco is. It allows visitors a peek at what life is really about here in San Francisco. It allows them to see neighborhoods, patronize local businesses, and understand why we live here. I always suggest various local shops, restaurants, and sites throughout the city. They take muni, they take taxis, they patronize the local businesses. I do have some questions about the registration process. Why is it so difficult? I, for instance, submitted my registration the first week of March, and here it is, April 24th, and I still have no answer. I've made several calls to the planning department, no response. The other thing is, why the 120-day home cap for home sharing? It's not like I'm sharing my home with somebody. I'm not taking a unit off the rental market. Nobody else is going to do that. And also with the private right of action part of the legislation, you're asking neighbors to sue fellow neighbors over homeowner rights. Is that good for our neighborhoods? Doesn't this smack of what happened in East Germany when neighbors were ratting out fellow neighbors? Also, this pending legislation requires mandatory reporting of guest and host information. For example, the Planning Commission not only wants to know who's staying in my home, but when and when I'm there as well. This is a serious invasion of privacy. Do hotels have to provide this type of information? Do they get audited for each transaction? In closing, additional restrictions would make it unaffordable for me, a long-term resident of San Francisco, and others like me to be able to live here. And isn't that what you say you're trying to protect?